Donald, we're about, 5 minutes, no more than 10 minutes removed from the LA Galaxy's last game of the 2021 season.
Yeah.
And, we were here live. If you can't hear the ambiance behind us, Little Weekend.
Yes.
One of my favorite Weekend songs, by the way. This is a great Weekend song.
Yeah, it is.
But shout out to Super Bowl, 55 was it?
Yeah.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Great performance there. Really won me over as a Weekend fan, but I digress. We're here at Dignity House Sports Park in the beautiful city of Carson, California. That's right. Carson for the LA Galaxy. And, we came here live. We enjoyed the last game of the 2021 regular season.
Yeah.
We were hoping for some postseason action from the LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
And right away, before the end of the first half, the Galaxy down 2-0.
Yeah.
And it's like, damn, maybe it's not meant to happen.
Yeah.
But then right before halftime, we got an equalize. We got on the board thanks to Sebastian Lletget.
Yep.
And it's like, okay, halftime, 2-1, manageable. We're only down by 1. Now we're good. Second half happens, D-Bot, and what happens?
So in the second half, the Galaxy tie it up, equalize with a Chicharito goal.
Chicharito.
And mind you,
Chicharito.
A lot of this kind of like calmness from us throughout the match is also due to the fact that over on, in another match, RSL and Sporting Kansas City are also 0-0, which makes it good for the Galaxy's odds if we both tie.
Right.
But, and for the most part, it looked like it, right? It was 2-2. You feel like, all right, cool. Like, it's still manageable. I think there's still one in them. I think I said that. I think there's still one in them to take the W, but obviously they just got to play up to it. Obviously, it doesn't really happen. There's an own goal that happens by our very own Julian Araujo. I know it's pretty deflating to hear because Julian is,
We've been so high on him all year.
Yeah, he's really good. He's a very good defender. He's really good at what he does, and
it just sparks the offense too.
Yeah, it's not the kind of performance he'd want out of him, but hey, it happens. You know what I mean? It happens, and
that's the game of football.
Exactly. So you're thinking as a fan, like, okay, now we really need to get back in it because, again, RSL, Kansas City still 0-0. And at this point, we're really out of the playoffs if we're down. And then Galaxy come back, another goal.
Well, to correct you, even if we were down, if we would have lost, the draw in SKC and RSL would still keep us in the playoffs. Would still keep us above the line.
Yes.
So even that, that's a whole. I love the advertising that's been going on throughout LA this weekend. Win and we're in.
Yes.
For the LA Galaxy, and it's the truth.
That's true.
All we need to do was get our 3 points, and we controlled it.
Yep.
That's all you want. From the start of the year, control your own destiny.
Yep, exactly.
And go ahead.
Yeah, so then obviously the Galaxy come back, another goal, I believe.
And they drawed it. Yeah, it was another Chicharito
goal. They draw it, and now we're thinking, okay, now we're in it. Now I was thinking, like, damn, do they have another one in them again?
It felt like it.
Because it felt like it, and it felt like at the same time, it's like, well, they kind of need it, because the time's ticking. And, at this point, I just want to feel that security that we're in it with the win.
Right.
Like you said, the market.
Control our own destiny.
Exactly. So, obviously, time happens, and we're just still seeing this be 3-3. It's a really good match. A lot of great chances on both sides. Kind of nerve-wracking on our side whenever Minnesota gets in the box because they got this great counter. But, yeah.
So, and at this whole time we're watching, it's level with us on our match. I'm on my phone keeping an eye on the RSL SKC game.
Yeah.
It's still level on that side.
Yeah.
And then in extra time, for some reason, this goddamn ref that's on our side, that's checking on our match, gives a penalty to Minnesota.
Yeah.
And it's like a freaking penalty kick.
Yeah.
Chance for Minnesota here. And it's like, what the F? That's it. We're going to lose this match.
I felt that. Right? I was like, man, this is it. I guess I'm going to feel it now instead of the end of the match. I'm going to feel the defeat right now. But obviously the penalty happens and the kicker misses it.
Right.
And I felt good about that miss because it felt like justified. Because it didn't feel like a justified penalty at all. There was no whistle.
There was a handball, I guess, called late.
Is that what it was?
That's what I was hearing in our section.
Because there was no whistle whatsoever.
Yes, there was no whistle, so it just seemed like a corner kick.
Exactly. That's what I thought.
And then it was like, why are they going to the penalty spot?
Exactly.
And apparently it was a handball. Didn't see it, couldn't tell from our angle.
Yeah, exactly.
And so yes. And then I couldn't remember who took the shot. I think it wasn't Reynoso. It wasn't Reynoso who's their star player.
Yeah. Number 10.
Reynoso's their star player.
No, is that their? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it wasn't him. It was 17 or something like that. I think
somebody else.
Yeah.
But he goes wide left to the corner, up high, too.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, at least Bond kind of guessed
He did. He threw himself on that area.
So let's give props to Bond on that one. But thank God. It could have been for a loss.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Thanks to that PK. There's this ref also brought back an offside call in real time.
Yeah.
But decided to give the goal.
Yeah.
The goal was scored.
Yeah.
But it was brought back for an offside by the side official.
Yeah.
But then VAR checked it out and said no, he was onside. They gave it to him. And then, of course, you had the Julian Araujo on goal. This game could have easily been 3-1 Galaxy.
Yes.
If you look at those calls.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's not the game we play. We know that's not how soccer works, Sonny.
Yeah.
We understand.
Exactly.
But Jesus Christ.
We got a 3-3 draw.
Right.
But that's not the defeating part. The defeating part was...
in extra time, in about the 96th minute, over in Kansas City, RSL scored a goal.
Yeah.
And kicked us out.
That was it?
Number 7.
That's when we felt it. We were like, that's it. And we even felt
there was still time here.
There was still time here.
Probably
like another 3 minutes, I want to say.
3 minutes.
Because we got like 2 attempts before they called it.
But let's be honest, the Galaxy attempts are not strong attempts.
They're already gassed, though. Like, the kicks were really slow. They were really weak. Obviously, Miller wasn't able to get to them because... The shots were just weak at this point. They're already like tired. They're done. There was nothing left in the tank. But I mean, for the most part, it was a draw. The minute the whistle blows, you kind of feel it throughout the stadium. It was deflated because I think everyone knew when they checked their phones that RSL had won. And then they had advanced. I don't think the team knew yet. It felt like they were just kind of like, all right, they're tired. And then I think a couple of minutes later, they did a parade. And then I knew that's when we all, like, that was when it was confirmed that they all knew.
I think they would have known if we were cheering for them. Yeah. They would have known they made it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
As they heard quiet, as they were cheering,
it was quiet.
Oh, crap. Yeah. We didn't make it.
No.
Because all they can do is control what's going on in front of them.
Exactly.
And that's all you really want as a team when the season starts, right?
Yeah.
Control your own destiny, clinch as early as you can.
Yep.
If you can't clinch early, clinch on decision day like they had in front of them today, like a chance.
Exactly.
The whole, as we said, win and you're in, marketing ploy.
Yeah.
And it's very disappointing 2021 season for the LA Galaxy.
Yeah.
Overachieving early. Do you think they overachieved too early? They peaked too soon.
They peaked too soon, yes. I think once Chicharito was down, a lot of things went wrong just because the identity of the team had shifted and no one was really stepping up. And then, they started getting additions, Jovan coming in and all that. It kind of sparked it a little bit. But, at the end of the day, like the team started well with Chicharito, and that's what it needed to be for the remaining part of the season.
Right. So this is the LA Galaxy obituary. We'll come back to you later with the LA Dodgers obituary, which we haven't got to.
We haven't got to.
This we will get to.
Yeah.
But before we do wrap up this episode of West Box Score and the LA Galaxy obituary, your favorite moment of the LA Galaxy this year, D-Bot, what is it?
Oh, man. I want to say, the El Tráficos, I mean, even when they were here or where they were at the bank, they were always a good watch. It was, I mean, when other people are talking about it that don't even watch MLS, it tells you a lot.
Right.
So I always had fun with El Tráficos. I know it sounds cliche, but it's just amazing to see that rivalry.
No, that's fair. And that's you're right. That's fair, and I will agree with you completely.
Yeah,
the Tráficos were the most exciting part because it just shows you for one night or one day that LA is the epicenter of MLS.
Yes,
and we got 3 of them this year.
Yeah,
which going forward, I hope we only get 2 now.
Yeah,
because that third one, which we were here for. Was very ho-hum.
Yes,
a lot of it had to do with, like you said, the second half.
Yeah.
To your point, I'm going to quote you here. The second half, they were gassed. It
Yeah.
was about the third game.
Yeah.
They played in a week after the
Yeah.
MLS All-Star game. So this is all D-Bot saying this,
Yeah.
and it's very true.
Yeah.
They were gassed. And my argument was that first half, the ref being too involved in it.
Yeah.
Calling ticky-tack fouls, which it's a tráfico. They're going to
Yeah.
be physical, so you
That's
got to
true.
let them play. So that was my argument. But to your point, D-Bot, totally makes sense. The second half, totally gassed.
Yeah.
But so my favorite moment was being at the Bank of California Stadium for a Tráfico for the first time ever.
Yeah.
And seeing Jovic scoring the equalizer.
Yeah.
Or no, it wasn't the equalizer. It was the second goal of the match where they were only down by 1 at that point.
Yeah, that's right.
And just being down and just taking off his shirt.
Yeah, that's right.
Actually, no, it was an equalizer. It was 2-2 at that point, so
Yeah.
it was an equalizer.
Yeah.
That's right. LA Galaxy did come back and score one more.
Yeah.
But so at that point, it was an equalizer.
Yeah.
Takes off his shirt and just jumps up and sits down
Yeah.
with some LA Galaxy fans at the Bank of California
Right,
Stadium.
I remember that.
So that was huge. That was great. Support. I was sitting right below the LA Galaxy, the visiting supporter section.
Yeah.
It was amazing. It was nuts. It was chaotic. It
Yeah.
was way more crazy than it should have been.
Yeah.
Because let's remember, guys, it's a game.
Yeah.
Let's enjoy.
Yeah.
Let's be nice to our fellow football fans.
Yeah,
But at
exactly.
the same time, let's cheer our teams.
Yeah.
But be safe about it. So that was my favorite moment. The Tráficos is always a highlight of
Yeah.
any season for LA Galaxy, LAFC. And I think at this point we could say LA Galaxy and LAFC both on the outside looking in for this MLS
Yeah.
playoff.
Yep. Galaxy right below the playoff line, and LAFC right behind them.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we got to realize that even though recognize this about both teams, both clubs, LA is in fact the epicenter of MLS.
Oh yeah.
But this year we are going to have to take a back seat
Yeah.
and let other teams do their thing.
Yeah.
I recognize we'll be back next year.
Yeah.
And it's just we're one step closer
Yeah.
next year
Yeah.
to an LA Galaxy, LAFC Western Conference final,
Yeah, that's gonna be good.
which is what everybody wants to see.
Yeah. Exactly.
Which is what we deserve. The world deserves that at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
And I hope we get it. So, D-Bot. Pleasure, as always,
You
talking
as well.
to you.
You too, man.
Fucking MLS.
Yeah.
D-Bot. We got so close to the
We
end
did.
without cursing.
Yeah.
And of course, I had to ruin it. But we'll leave it so we could keep the E off this,
On this episode.
podcast. Off this podcast.
Yeah.
And a shout out, of course, to Sonny Amano and West Box Score. Shout out to Joseph Garcia, another LAFC supporter.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the MLS and football fans
Yep.
this year. It's
Yeah.
been a great year of MLS, a
Yep.
great year of football. And we're 1 year or we're 1 day closer
Yep.
to the 22?
Yeah, it's gonna start in February.
World
and
Cup.
end in October because they want to end it before the World Cup starts in
About to
November.
say, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
2022 MLS season and 2022 Copa Mundial.
Yeah. FIFA
World Cup.
Yeah. Happening in
Qatar,
November.
Qatar, however you want to phrase it.
Yeah.
But it's coming.
It's coming.
Copa World Cup coming your way. And of course, we'll have all your updates here at West by Score. See ya.
Later.